Hey, welcome back. Slackers, what's going on? Live coming at you in color. Your host, Lawrence of theslackercast. You already know what it is. This is our third one now for the Only Bat fans. Thanks for y'all sticking with me for this week. This episode, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to discuss the Batman 1989 comic adaptation. They decided to resurrect and bring back and continue the Burtonverse in comic form. But first, talk about what we've been doing this week. I recently just watched Backdraft. For all you firefighter fans, and that explains my name this week, would be Firefighter Lawrence. I just got done watching it at HBO Max. It's streaming now. I had never seen it before. It's man, those movies, it makes you miss the 90s, man. Definitely was that era. For all those movies were like that. It's weird. It's like those blue-collar, everyday Joe style movies. And I wonder why Hollywood doesn't make them like that anymore. It's like, and they all had a formula. You watch movies like Backdraft, Top Gun, Days of Thunder. I don't know. Days of Thunder is not really, if you're a NASCAR racer, I should kind of made it to the big leagues. But you know what I'm saying. All those cop movies back then, and it was like you had to, there had to be a love interest. There had to be the overbearing boss that always questioned you. There was always a dad who did the job before you did, but like got killed in action, and the son's always trying to live up to his expectations. There's always like some kind of a craft or vehicle or something that they had to hone or they were in control of. And whether it was a plane, a car, a fire truck, a cop car, or something, it was like they had to be experts in that. And the movies always made it cool because it like made those jobs fun. Like it looked like they were always taking risks. They never got fired neither, which is weird, even though they broke protocol like 1,000 times. But yeah, Backdraft was good. And I got to give a shout out to this dude. Hold on, because he's in it. Let's see. And that's this guy. It wasn't a 90s movie unless he was in it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's, hold on, wrong thing. But yeah, JT Walsh. For those who were big 90s buffs, like myself. I guess I can't say that because like I just now seen it. But yeah, here's JT Walsh here. He's another one of those like, you've seen him before, but you never knew his name. And this guy was in all those movies. And when he came on screen, you knew shit was getting real. But But that's enough of that. So Backdraft, yeah, that was an interesting movie. I'd like to hear some of y'all's thoughts on that. But to get into the real topic today, we take a look at this, man. So, my camera's so close. Anyway, so first look at DC's Batman 89 comic book series, which will release August the 10th this year. It would have been cool if they did this in like 2019 as like an anniversary kind of thing. Let's see comments. Defend. So Jay, what's going on, man? That's why I defend the Furious movies. They just don't make action like they used to. Yeah, man. I mean, it's just even in Backdraft, it's stupid because it's like about firefighters, but they make it act like there's even an axe battle at the end of it where like Glenn Scott and Kurt Russell square off with like firefighter axes in the middle of a burning building. It's like just nonsense like that. Just devil may care. Just having a good time, man. It's a good time. But back to this article we're getting into. There's a lot of love for the yeah, Jay, the axe battle. Top 10 axe battles of all time. We got to do a list on that. But getting into this article. So the 89 Batman, the Burton Batmans, get a lot of love from just the media. This is from superherohype.com. And a lot of the Bat nerds, a lot of the people within the community love the 89 Batman. They love the Burtonverse. So getting into this, they've decided to continue it, basically. It's like if Tim Burton was to have directed Batman Forever, like, no pun intended, not meaning the Batman Forever from Joel Schumacher, but just if he did Batman for the rest of his life and didn't stop, this is what it's going to look like post Batman Returns, picking up right after that. But back in February, DC Comics revealed that Sam Hamm, the screenwriter of Batman, so it's cool, they brought back the original screenwriter, and artist Joe Quinones' 6-issue miniseries, Batman 89. For the purposes of the story, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin never happened. I don't like this. This little part right here, Batman Forever didn't happen. Batman and Robin can go to hell. I mean, I can keep that one. Batman Forever did nothing wrong. I feel like that's guilt by association. That's it. Batman Forever has its own strong cult following. It's my favorite of those Batmans. So I take issue with that. Mr. Blair, that's why Harvey Dent still looks like Billy D. Williams and why a very different Robin is coming to Gotham. Yeah, this is what's cool about this is we get to see his version of Batman, his vision of Batman that was never completed. So you're going to see the Marlon Wayans Batman, Robin. I mean, you're going to see the Billy D. Williams Two-Face. You might even see the Robin Williams Riddler. Now there was a thing that is kind of common knowledge now, but had he been able to continue Batman and do Batman Forever, essentially, he would have been Robin Williams would have been casted as Riddler, and it would have been way different. But it's kind of crazy to think about, Well, DC has released the first preview of Batman 89. Number one. Here's the cover. This is one of 6. They're going to have different covers. That's a thing in comics now for those who don't follow, is like they have like 6 different covers for different issues. They're like, it's not like the old days where you got one and done, 2 at most. Now it's like there's 6 different covers for one comic. And I think it's interesting, makes it more of collectors kind of a thing, collector's market, because you can collect different like covers and, keep them CGC'd or whatever you want to do with them. But so here's the first one. I'm digging it. Classic cape spread. The art. What's interesting is like Joker's dead in this universe, so it's going to be weird how they continue that arc. Scrolling down. Let's see. Some more art. I mean, I like it. So far, so good. I mean, is it my favorite of the Batmans? It's up there. I like the Michael Keaton. I envision the Batman world, the neon Gotham, and they're calling down. Oops. Yeah, that's the shot of Billy D. Williams as Two-Face. Pretty interesting. What a minute, who this Catwoman right here. So it looks cool. So yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I like this cover. I would totally buy this one. This is really good. Like in the background, you can see his little poster for District Attorney is cut in half, hinting, foreshadowing Two-Face to come. I like this. I don't know who this is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be Barbara Gordon? I heard like Winona Ryder would have been a very good Batgirl, or somebody that he would have picked up at that time. Makes sense because of the age she was in the or was it 92 when Batman Returns came out? So I could have seen it. Makes sense. So I'd like to hear people's thoughts, man. Would you have liked to have seen Tim Burton continue his vision of Batman, or after Batman Returns, did you feel it was kind of done after that? Did you feel like it was kind of played out? A lot of controversy came from Batman Returns. There are those who don't like it, and there are those who love it. It's one of those polarizing kind of things. Let's see what we got here. Jay says, Batman Returns is probably my favorite of those originals. See, I'm on the fence with it, man. I go back to it, and I love it because the look is Gotham. I can't deny it. Like the gothic look of it, the sewers, the way the Penguin looked, everything about it was just Batman. You know, it's just, there's no way for me to, you know, as much as I like Batman Forever, the more accurate to me would be the Burton ones, just because it has that that church-like look, man, that medieval gothic kind of style to it. The story is it kind of drags. I mean, it's kind of a Debbie Downer kind of story, especially when you compare it to the '89 Batman, when it had Nicholson and it was just the Prince soundtrack. And that's the funner of them. I can say that a lot of fun was missing from Returns. I mean, you felt cold watching it. You know, everyone kind of looked like they needed a hug. But, you know, I got nothing against Batman Returns. I got nothing against the Burton Batmans. I like them equally. But that being said, I guess we're going to wrap up. This wasn't a long episode. Just wanted to touch base with y'all on that, see where your thoughts were. Jay, thanks for joining me as usual. I think you have a stream going on tonight, if I'm not mistaken. I think Corey said he was going to join you for that one. Greg said he might try to make it, but I look forward to seeing that. For those who always see the Sovereign thing, you'll probably have some questions on that. I'm going to go ahead and show you a sample of what that is. It's just a sponsor that kind of reached out to us and asked us to help them out, spread the word about them. So that's what we aim to do here. But this is Sovereign. Sovereignty sells T-shirts, a lot of merchandise from them. You want to check out. And if you type in the promo code SLACKOFF, you get 25% off. And you kind of sample through. The website is just Sovereign. Replace the G with an X.com. And you'll find it. And they just sell a lot of merchandise. But one of the things I am excited that happened recently was that Greg, the co-host of the SlackerCast, was able to get us our own website to sell our own merchandise. So now there is a slackercast.com, and we have our own products on here. You can get coffee mugs, you can get hoodies, t-shirts, stickers, which I'm totally buying this. Slap it on anything you want. Looks like we have water bottles, tank tops. We even have fanny packs, dude. Speaking of the 90s, sweatshirts, tumblers. I'm going to buy one of these. I have a coffee mug now that I got, but that was off of the S'mores and Doors site. But that stuff's no longer available on there, I don't believe. It's now with us. But it's so cool to have all this. I'm wearing right now, if you want to see, I do have the SlackerCast shirt on, so very happy to have gotten that in. Oh, thanks. Jay, dude, you're so cool. Thanks for the support, buddy. And of course, I want to get some of your stuff too. Jay the Stingray's got some cool merchandise. I think Greg bought your mug, your coffee mug, but he hasn't shown it off yet. I want to see it. But yeah, I think that's going to do it. So upcoming events we got planned. The next list, and Jay, I want you to join us for this list. I wanted you on the athletes, man, but we couldn't. We missed out, But we have the top 10 fast food restaurants. So reach out, or we'll reach out to you, I guess, and try to get you on board with that, Jay. But yeah, that's what's coming up. So thanks for joining. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. Do you want to see the Batman Returns or the Burtonverse continue? Did you like it? What were your thoughts on it? Please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps us out, man. We do appreciate it. And yeah, definitely, Jay. It's not the same without you, buddy. But okay, I guess until next time, slack off.